I hate this thing. Ugh. It's scratched. Oh, come on. Hate this freaking point. Okay. Stay. Stay. Okay. My hand. Hello, guys. How are you? Hi, Clancy. Hey, Donna. Waste of space. What happened to your comment? What happened? Hey, Brent Mania. Where's your comment? What happened? Hey, TWC. Yay. Yay. Oh, boy. Wow. Hey, Lexi. Thought I ditched you. No, I wouldn't ditch you. Well, I babysat my granddaughter today, and I thought it was just going to be for a few hours, a couple hours. And it ended up being, you're doing awesome. Good, Clancy. Cool pants. They're just my knock around leggings. So my son-in-law and my daughter went to a wedding, and so I had my granddaughter for many hours. They're that low waist leggings. No, these ones are up here. So yeah, and then little bit here and there. I've been watching things on YouTube. Some crazy stuff, I'll tell you. Some crazy stuff. Can you do that trend? What trend? I've been wanting to tell you this guy for months, but I didn't want to interrupt the topic, but actually found a country artist from Washington. His name is Zach Top. Oh. I've never heard of him. Interesting. So I want to ask you guys for prayers, please. My brother messaged me today and told me that my mom is in the hospital, and it's not looking good. This woman has 9 lives. She has beat breast cancer. She's had a quarter of her lung taken out. She's had cirrhosis of the liver. She's had 2 heart attacks. But this time, it's not good. It's not good. I don't pray to the IRS. My back, when I hold my granddaughter, I feel like my back's going to go out. It's terrible. My back hurts when I'm holding her, but it's doing better. He's kind of new, but he has like this 90. So, ooh, I'll have to check him out, Clancy. I like that. So I guess what's going on is my mom was dry heaving. She was getting sick, and then she was dry heaving, and she got a really bad headache. And then they found like a 5-inch mass on her kidney, and they've got, I don't know the name of it. I have to look at the messages. It's called, she has some kind of tubing that's going to her kidneys to drain them. I don't know. But then she's got stents in her heart too. And they're trying to figure out if they're going to operate to try to get this mass out. But she's 84 years old, so trying to operate on an 84-year-old, you guys know how that can go. So they're not sure what they're doing. Right now, she's at the hospital. Just keep praying. Yes, thank you. Thank you, guys. Oh, you're not nice. Oh, James Mello, hello. Um, she's quite a ways from me, but I have to try to get to see her because I don't know, honestly, if she's going to be okay. I'm praying she's going to be okay, but she's in bad shape. So, funny shirt. You like my shirt? This is how I feel today. um, I was listening to this guy. Oh, also, somebody recommended that I start reading Emmett Fox. So I have a couple books, Around the Year and The Sermon on the Mount. I'm going to read those books. It stinks getting old, hard when you're in your 80s. Yeah. And you know, a lot of times when people that age need surgeries for something, they just don't do it. Oh, I'm high again. Damn it. Why do you always call me out when I'm high? Jeez. No, actually right now that sounds good. Sounds really good about now. Maybe I should. All because of you, now I'm going to get high. So thank you. Because I am high too. Oh, you are? Because, wait, how's that go? Because she got high. Because she got high. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Because she got high. How's that go? I can't remember. So I did talk to my sister. Now my sister's high. I'll tell you that. She's high on crack. Ew, gross, Anthony. No, sorry. There we go. She's high on crack. You know what she said? So she makes $3,100 a month, right? Because her husband passed away. And so she got his retirement and Social Security. She makes $3,100 a month. And she said, I'm responsible. I pay my bills. And, you know, whatever I have left, I spend on crack. And I'm like, I said, that probably leaves you quite a bit of money to spend on that. And she said, it does. And I'm like, why don't you go buy a house or something? Like, why are you spending it on that? Like, I don't understand. I was going to clean my room until I got high. I was going to get up and find the broom, but then I got high. Da, da, da. My room is still messed up, and I don't know why. da, 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 because I got high. Yes, thank you. I love that song. I love that song. Hi, Tyler. Oh, gosh, Tyler Robbins. Stop. Oh, my goodness. But this thing I listened to, you guys, did you know there was a movie? I gotta turn my computer back on. There was a movie, you guys, where, okay, there was a political guy who got shot, or pew-pewed, sorry, in the neck. His name was Charles Kirkland, and his pew-pewer's name was Tyler the Executioner. How crazy is that? And in the movie, I believe it said it was done on September 10th. Those cannot be coincidences. There's too many things like that are happening for years. Like things that are shown on The Simpsons. Like that really actually come to fruition. How? It doesn't make sense. You heard about that? I am not the only high tonight is my pulse. You have high pulse? Lexi, are you okay? Yes, my sister does do crack. Yep. And she's proud of it. Then, what I found out, do you guys remember when her dog was sick? I don't know if you remember this. And she's like, I don't know if she got hit by a car or what. Remember? And she didn't have the money to take him to the vet. And we were trying to figure out how to help her. Do you guys remember that? Well, tonight she tells me that she thought the dog was going to pass away. So they were trying to make the dog comfortable. They gave that dog Fetty and Blues. They gave her dog Fetty and Blues. And the dog got better and survived. Not only did the dog not pass away, but she was better. What? Possible symptom of pot. Oh no. The only thing I have aside for me is your anxiety. Thank you. Drugs are bad. Thank you, Brant Mania. You heard it's a symptom of POTS, your pulse being high, hun? I want to see if I can find this thing. So I was pissed that she said that, you know? And she was laughing. She was like, yeah, isn't that crazy? It made her better. She got healed. And I'm like, you're sick. What is wrong with you? Like, how is she and I related? I don't know how I come from that family. I mean, I love my family, don't get me wrong, but I would never, ever do something like that. Like, ever. If I thought it was going to cure my pet, sure. If I knew it wasn't harmful to my pet, sure. But what? You have a sister like that, Donna? Yeah, she gave her the dog, and it's a little like Chihuahua or something. And she gave her fentanyl and Blues. I don't understand. I don't. Oh my gosh, I don't get it. But then I start thinking of my mom, you guys. They're my siblings, but one is like that. Oh no, Brent Mania, I'm so sorry. Blues are the 30 milligram oxycodones, you know. I know, City of Peace. I'm stressing out though. My mom's in the hospital. I've got all these things going on. This book by Emmett Fox, Around the Year. It's a book of daily readings. It's really interesting. Yeah, her dog's still alive. Yes. Oh, your husband did, Donna? That's what he passed away from? Oh my gosh. I used to be prescribed that crap, 80 milligram ones, and 2 80s a day, and 5 10 milligram Percocets a day. I'm here on the phone. Okay, Robert, that's okay. 14 years ago. I'm so sorry, honey. That's terrible. Ugh. Sue the drug company. Speedy recovery to your mother. Thank you. No need to stress out. The creator of the universe is there to help you. Thank you, City of Peace. He used to take 320 milligrams a day. His pancreas failed. No internet, Robert. Thank you so much for the super sticker, Brent Mania. I appreciate that. Thank you. Listen to this, okay? Speaking of dogs, how is Sosa? Sosa's with my son right now. I'm kind of gonna have to. Between my son, my ex, and my son and I, we're trying to come up with a plan for. I'm probably gonna have Sosa Monday through Friday, and then my son will have him on the weekends. Until my son and his dad figure out a living situation for those two. his dad doesn't want to rent a place. He wants to go straight into buying a place, so it's taken him a long time. But I got his last Sosa's last blood work back. The vet left a message, and I guess his, what did she say? The part she was concerned with, that is like a liver or whatever, test his liver, it went way down. So she said, it could have just been the way it was spun or whatever. But it's in the levels it's supposed to be. I gave him his anti-diarrheal medicine, and I think that helped a lot, but he's been with my son since then. So liver enzymes, yes. I wonder if you guys could still hear me if I read. Hold on, if I read this. Hold on a sec. Okay, so she's got tubes draining her kidneys. The mass is in her abdomen. I just looked at the text message. The mass is in her abdomen, and the mass is pressing on her nephrostomy tubes. I don't even know how to pronounce it. The tubes that are draining her kidneys. So they're trying to get her kidneys drained, and then they're going to figure out, oh, now it's updating. Then they're going to try to figure out how to tackle the mass that's in her abdomen. Hey, Jeremy, how are you, hon? You guys, oh, it's just so much. Let me read this to you guys. Most people have certain sections of their lives where, for various reasons, mostly unknown to themselves, they do not wish to make any change. These places are set aside and surrounded with an aura of spurious sanctity, like the sacred cows of the East, which are considered too holy to be touched. But if you really mean business about regenerating your soul and body, there must positively be no sacred cows in your life. Nothing is truly sacred but your own indwelling Christ and the process of his awakening. Awaketh thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and Christ shall give thee light. Ephesians 5:14. It's got, this book has a lot of these he just says her abdomen, honey. I don't know. It's somewhere near her kidneys, because if those drains are, if that mass is pressing on the tubes that are draining her kidneys, I'm assuming it's somewhere there. I don't know. I just know it's not good, because what's this mass, Is it cancer? I asked him. He said they don't know yet. And I'm like, great. I'm talking about my mom, honey. My mom's in the hospital right now. I found out from my brother today. And, it's hard, because I don't want to start crying over this, but just with the way the world is right now, and then, it just feels, dark. And the fact that my mom, and I'm not gonna cry. My mom's and my relationship has been so toxic, I guess you could say. And I was talking to my sister about it. I said, I'm gonna feel so guilty if something happened, like she doesn't make it. And she's like, you have nothing to feel guilty about. She's like, you've tried to build your relationship with her so many times. She's the one that shows no interest. She's the one who doesn't call. She doesn't show any interest in a relationship with you or her for that matter, she said. So, but I'm still going to feel guilty because she's my mother, you know. Hold on. I saved, where's my saved ones? Hold on. I saved this because I want you guys to hear it. Where'd it go? It's in saved. Watch later there. Show me my watch later ones. Okay. Let me see her real quick. But if you guys could say a prayer for her, I'd really appreciate it. Come on, where's it at? Those aren't watch later. Where's the ones that I saved videos? No, these are my videos. I don't want my videos. I want history, I guess. I'll have to look at my history and do it that way. Hi, Katarina. Pretty name. I love you. Thank you, Jeremy. They found a mass in her abdomen and she's having her kidneys drained because she's got some issues there. Your sister's right. Hopefully we'll be able to. Thank you, Lexi. No, you're fine. Yeah, it's a lot for her to go through, Donna. You're right. Okay, so what I'm looking for right now, and then, you know, I've been worried sick about Sosa. I'm hoping Sosa's going to be, you know, okay. Okay, I just watched it earlier. Here it is. I found it. Yes, I want you guys to hear this, okay? Let me turn this up a little bit.
Power comes to be, and then it surpasses that by a million times.
Listen.
Summarize it for you, since I might have picked the wrong article, okay?
Hold on.
It's about an assassination of a character named Charles Kirkland.
Okay, he's explaining this movie, okay, that I was just talking about. Can you guys hear it? Put a thumbs up if you can hear it, please. He's explaining what I was just trying to tell you guys, so listen to this.
It happens at a boxing match that is happening on September 10th.
No.
The guy who was in the ring, the main guy who does who's boxing as a distraction for the assassination, is named Tyler the Executioner. And when the guy gets assassinated, he gets shot in the neck. And it's the Israelis who are the ones who are actually behind the assassination.
What on earth?
It's true. Like that is all of that is 100% accurate. Like there's picture, you know, I mean, like I watched a movie that went more like, you know, it's like here are the pictures of the movie. Like it's real. Wait, you haven't subscribed yet? Are you serious? Shame.
It's a movie.
Your name. Oh, by the way, and the new algorithm stuff came out, and they reward us for likes. So if you want to help us promote the channel, all you gotta do is hit like. It'll probably take you a really long time though, so I understand if you didn't want to because it would take too long. You know what? Let's just have this guy explain it to us. Check this.
Cage, a politician named Charlie Kirkland. Charlie Kirkland, a politician, gets assassinated in the neck in very almost identical spot. And it is during a boxing match on September 10th. Here's the poster. And the man starring
Can you see? Yeah.
in the fight is Tyler the Executioner. I usually don't believe in coincidences, but I just don't understand how this is possible. The same date, the big event.
The movie's called Snake Eyes, you guys.
Tyler the Executioner, right? Like, oh, that's not bizarre, you know. So everybody's been talking about that.
The
right?
movie's called Snake Eyes.
Whatever. Like we can I don't know. I mean, we could be like, wow, that's like very coincidental and weird, right? Or I mean, super weird.
That's way too many
Watch
coincidences.
This, okay? This is, now I have to keep this on mute because otherwise we'll get copywritten.
What is
But this is a music video.
Oh,
by
Erica
a
was
band
in
called
this.
Emerson Drive
from 13 years
from
ago?
13 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see if you recognize the girl who is the girl in the music video.
Okay.
Let's see. Right? Oh, they're in Vegas. You know, they're having a good time.
Yeah.
Okay, it's Erica Kirk,
Uh-huh.
right? Before she was Erica Kirk.
Right.
Let's see where we're at. All right. let me
In this music video, Erica Kirk, before she was Erica Kirk,
they're singing.
she was in this
you know,
movie video
they're
by
like,
Emerson
oh,
Drive
yeah,
was the
oh,
band.
sweet, let's go.
And
ride the zip line,
this-
please.
This
Please,
fair they
please,
were
please,
at,
please. Oh my God, this is gonna be so
or whatever,
fun.
they
Yeah,
went
okay,
ziplining
I'm
and
going
stuff.
first. I'm
The
going
date
first.
was
Please.
September 10th.
9/10. Uh-huh.
What do you know about that?
Weird. I feel like you can find
That's
stuff like this
crazy
if you want
though,
to find
isn't
out.
it?
I mean, no, the whole thing about the movie, that's
9,
wild.
10.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's what time it was when they filmed it, and it just happened
No,
to be.
it's not. Look
Yes,
at
it was.
No, it's not. Watch this. It's 10, 10, 9, 10, like whatever that is. But like the point is, you're telling me that you think it's not weird that
No, I'm not
a
saying it's
music
not
video
weird.
that his wife was in 13 years ago.
I'm saying I don't know what to make of it.
Oh, I don't know what to make of it either. It's simulation.
I don't
Simulation
understand
theory.
how that explains.
Well, that's what he's saying.
I don't know. Maybe like
Listen.
I don't know that like.
Simulation, I can't explain it, but that.
Oh,
Listen.
simulation. It means like
proves
we're in some kind of like
simulation.
digital world, like simulating, like because like how else do you describe it? It's like what I mean, like that's how I would describe it because I lean towards simulation theory, where it's like you know you see a weird thing like this, it's like yeah, I mean this is all simulation anyway.
Okay.
He thinks we live in like a
I
computer.
mean, you tell me.
It is weird. I can't. My heart and my soul, like my spirit, will not let me subscribe to the simulation theory. I believe in more magic in the world than that.
But there
Like, I
still
have-
could be magic. There, like yours and my, and what I'm saying and what you're saying could both be, it could
Sure.
both like exist at the same time.
I just can't. Like, what's on the other side of that then? Like when you wake up.
Who knows?
That's what I'm saying though.
Like we wake up from our simulation, I expect that we will be like this on the other side in beds right next to each other, and we'll be like, dude, we just lived another entire life together. Like we've lived thousands of lives together
What's the point?
to learn, dude, to learn things
Yeah,
and to experience a million lives.
Okay.
There's no explanation for you otherwise. That's what I always come back to. That is the basis of my.
It's just
of my
weird.
sanity.
I mean,
it's like I can't explain her. She gets prettier every year. They're like I would not change a single thing about her. Nothing. Nothing.
oh,
I
that's
think
Nothing.
we both have
okay. That
different
channel,
thoughts, like,
if you want to
it's awesome.
check it out, is called Play with Matches with Gabby and Jesse. That's the channel if you guys want to listen to it. I listened to something else as well I was going to share with you guys, but oh yeah, did you guys hear there's another shooting? Not only on the ICE agent, not only were they shot at the ICE agents and ended up shooting the detainees, there was another one tonight, I believe. Where did I see that? Shoot. This is just, here it is, Southport, North Carolina. This was, hold on. Oh, I don't want to watch him. Never mind. Ugh. I can't. Anyways, yeah, it's scary, and I'm not going to sit here and talk about politics all night, but it's funny how the left is sitting there saying, "Oh, it's all those right wingers," and it's like, what are you talking about? All of these people are completely hard left liberals who are doing this, and they say we are the violent ones. And they don't, it's their rhetoric that's making all this happen. Calling us like, calling Trump Hitler, calling us Nazis, saying that we want, oh, okay, what's this one? Hold on. Shooting in Southport, North Carolina.
What I'm going to do is play some more of
3 dead, 8
replays.
injured
Hear that
after
as we wait
person
to
on
get more
boat shot
information
at
about
crowd
this.
in Southport, North Carolina. It's playing on Agenda Free TV if you guys want to listen to it. I'm gonna be okay. I'm just, don't you think that is all made up? Well, try to. Don't you think? I don't think it's all made up, Robert. I think that there's some weird things about it, I think there's a lot, and I know they can't divulge everything when it's an investigation, open investigation, but just weird things like Tyler. It's just weird. His messaging, the things that, I don't know. It's just weird. Is not going to be a full-time host of shows. Yes, I did listen to her come on there last night, I think it was. I listened to it. And I don't know. It's just banned Grand Theft Auto. Yes, and here's the thing. They won't. They will not ban that stuff because it makes too much money. And just like with the whole, drugs, coming into our country, why why don't certain people want the border shut down? When you think about it, and how do most of the drugs get into our country? Where does most of the child trafficking come from? Like human trafficking. I mean, why would you not want it stopped and shut down? People play that game. A lot of people do. Yeah, they have those games. They have those games that, they kill in the prostitutes, and having prostitutes on there on games that kids play, and let's pew pew the police and and gangs, and those games should not be allowed at all. That girl I watched playing the shooting game, and I'm trying to get her to stop. Yeah, that's good. They're mean while playing. She let her kid play it. A lot of these people with their kids on social media is ridiculous. The Discord, wasn't there like 20 people in that Discord? I just think there's somebody else involved with it. I do not believe that it was just him, that he did this all by himself. I feel like somebody else helped. He was a little kid. Oh my gosh. So depressing, you guys. Oh, yeah, it's so depressing. And on TikTok, there's these people. Yes, Discord, I agree, TWC. TikTok, there are these people that really believed Christ was coming back, right? They literally left messages for people on TikTok, and it showed, it was in Ethiopia or somewhere, I can't remember where it was, but another country, where they were sitting there yelling and clapping, and like Jesus was returning there right then. And it's like people selling their cars, selling all of their belongings, saying that at that time was the rapture. The rapture was coming. And at first I was like, wait, this has got to be a joke. Someone's joking around about this. No, it's true. People really were doing this. And I'm like, oh Lord. For one, the Bible says nobody's going to know when Christ is returning. Only Jesus will know. What does that say? She was a drug person, got clean, to now playing a shooting game with her friends. You know, she just left. She the left that hates Trump. We did make a deal with TikTok. Yes, she's talking about how I have a day and people telling I can't play these games on her stream. If these people would stop the rhetoric and the hate for this administration and just let it play out and let him do his 4 years like freaking Joe Biden did, right? Oh, I was listening to the what's it called? What's it called? It was in Congress. They were, oh, I can't even think of the word, about the auto pen, right? And how many I can't think right now. What was I saying? So how many executive orders, how many what is it called when you let people out of prison? So those were signed. How many were signed by the auto pen and how many were signed by Joe Biden? And it's astonishing the amount that was signed by the auto pen. I don't know, Robert. That's what I'm saying, but I'm for Trump. I'm letting him do what he has. I know the left thinks they have nothing to do with the hate and the things that are going on, but they're sitting there telling people, lying about a lot of things, but whatever. It's sickening. Snapchat to their... Everyone was so nice to Joe, but spewed hate. I know, Lexi. I know. We were supposed to, oh, poor Joe. He can't walk. He can't do this. Oh, he shouldn't have been the damn president of the United States. Are you kidding me? When you can't form a sentence and people are saying Trump's incompetent, what? And Joe didn't get up there and talk about what he was doing for the country every day. He didn't talk about the plans. He wasn't transparent about anything. Yet Trump's administration gets up there and lets the reporters in and talks to them, answers questions all the time. That's funny. Their pin in the picture was funny, but my old school grandpa hated that. What pin? Wait, pin in what picture? Oh, well, yes, I guess they replaced Joe Biden's picture in the White House with an auto pen. So that, I think, should not have happened. Okay, I don't, regardless of what I think of Sleepy Joe Biden, okay? And if that's the worst we call him, give me a break. I do not agree that should have happened. Hold on. Ow. I do not agree that should have happened. But I thought I heard something. That's true. It is. Legacy news and big publications. Biden was in decline, yes. I don't think that it's, it's crazy how they show those masks of people. I really believe a lot of the politicians have doubles, triples of them running around. But I've seen multiple videos of people that have shown what the masks look like. And when they put them on, they look just like the person, It's unbelievable. So anybody could be under those masks. You know what I mean? He needs to start. Hey, Big D. The auto pen was a bit much, but Trump needs to clean house of the back. I agree. And the way he's doing it, people have to understand that he may have to make things appear a certain way to accomplish what the goal is, right? So, like with the whole Epstein thing, people are like, oh, Trump's in there. Why did nobody care about these victims before Trump became president? Why? Everybody cares so much about the Jeffrey Epstein victims, right? No, they don't. They do not give a shit. If they did, they would have been trying to do something about it way before Trump. And it's like, oh, he's pictured with Jeffrey Epstein, so he's a P3DO. No, just because he's pictured with him does not mean he was one of them. It's like, do I know for a fact? No. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend I do. I'm not going to say, oh, I know for sure Trump didn't do that. I'm saying that just because they were pictured in public places does not mean that he was involved with that part of everything. Ugh. I said before COVID shots, hold on, made people had heart problems to death. Yes, a lot did. Hi, Big D, how are you doing? Hey, Dorian. I've been hearing Tim Pool. Release the Epstein files. Yes. Oh, and then there's Comey, and Comey's saying he's innocent. And they're saying Trump has a hit list. If you want to talk about a hit list, what happened last administration when Trump was in there? And this one, by the way, but the last one. They went after and still are trying to impeach Trump. Anybody that is surrounding Trump. So again, they accuse our side of everything that they're doing or have done. No, they had a hit list, if you want to be honest. They ran an election on disclosing that information. Yes, I do agree that it needs to be released, but I'm wondering why it's not. Elon Musk said he never went to Epstein Island, but was on the list with Prince Andrew. Yeah, Comey is going to jail. He admitted, Comey he was the one who, oh my gosh. Well, they got to him. I mean, he was corrupt, I remember back then, nobody had trust in the FBI. They didn't. Comey was a key part of that Russian dossier paid for. Yeah, paid for by Hillary. Oh, and what happened to Hillary when she destroyed all the evidence? Wait, isn't that a huge crime? Nothing happened to Hillary, did it? And then you had Lisa Page and what's his ass? What was his name? The Lovebirds. They just need to let Trump do his job instead. Yeah, why don't they just shut the hell up? Just shut up, you know? They're the one who are antagonizing and inciting this hate mob. If they would just let him do what he's gonna do. Oh, and the people from Oregon. You know why they don't want the military there? Because they want this Antifa, these thugs, they want this violence and this hate to continue. They want it. So then they can keep pushing their narrative, blaming us for everything. So if an administration is trying to stop this hate and violence and shut it down, and you're saying, no, stay away, we got this, but you don't got this, right? How many years have these politicians on the left been there? How long? I know my state, it's been years and years and years. And it's worse than it's ever been. So what does that tell you? Look at all the Democratic run states. What does that tell you? Try voting different and maybe we'll have a different outcome. Yes, they do. Hillary, but Biden's son, etc., and all the broadcasters are in it. Yeah, Jimmy Kimmel. Why is their company? There's about Charlie is creepy and weird. Why is there wait, TWC, I'm trying to understand what you're saying. There's photos of Prince Andrew with the girl who was accusing him. There is, yes. Yeah, and how many of the girls have said, no, I have never seen Trump in, Epstein Island around girls. Hey, Arnold. They had their protest really to bring stupid Jimmy Kimmel back. Yeah, didn't he have what was it? 400 or something people signed for him? Something like that. Ooh. Lots of people flew on his plane, but that plane flew all over the world. Right. Exactly, Robert. And that's what I'm saying. Not all of them were pedos, right? What's really gross, you guys, is a lot of women are involved in that too. And that's just heartbreaking. How in the hell could a woman be in? It's all money. It's all about money. You could never pay me enough money to go and be a part of that and try to groom girl. And again, that's what I've said so many times. In our world, we're fighting against good and evil. It's good and evil, God and the devil. I mean, it's so easy to figure out. There is Wired and companies always going around about Charlie. How anybody could say Charlie got what he deserved, they need mental help. Because just because he spoke his opinion, he wanted to get in dialogue, have dialogue with people who disagreed with him. And, he wasn't rude. He wasn't crass. He wasn't, disrespectful. But people hated him because he said things that they did not like, right? Even though he was right, they didn't like it. So therefore, he was racist. He was a Nazi. He was, all of these things. A transphobe. Diddy's letting some people say he might. He probably will, Lexi. I bet you he will. And that's sickening. All the leaders are puppets every country. Yeah, exactly, TWC. It's pretty sad when you can't talk about how you feel without having your life taken. Newscom passing a law that all residents that have all wooden fences must be removed, and shrubbery plants for fire protection, and idiot people will leave California. Oh my gosh. Why did he not do that long time? Not that, but why didn't he have the forests cleaned up long time ago? Idiot. That guy's an idiot. Yeah, 9/11 files. He didn't take the money. They shut him up. Who, Big D? They will, I say. Are you saying Cash Patel? Is that who you're talking about? Also, his plane couldn't land at the island. It landed at another airport, and then you had to get to the island by helicopter or boat. Oh, Cash. You're talking about Cash. Also, his plane couldn't land. I don't know, you guys. It's very, I can't do that. Anybody believing in magic bullets, he's already fell for the psychological psyops. It is sad. Yeah, I say Diddy and 911 files will be out. I don't know. I mean, look at. Diddy is protected. Think about why he has to be protected. Think about how many people he knows that are just like him, that were a part of everything he did. Hollywood actors are hurting for jobs, filming lots of closing. That's good. I read The Pillow Guy will run against Tampon Tim for Tampon Tim. Oh, My Pillow. Yeah. The Scientology people are crazy and dumb. Yeah. Freaking, what's his ass? Tom Cruise. I can't stand that guy. But you guys remember when Isaac Cappy committed and Tom Hanks was posting those weird little pictures of just one glove or just one shoe, and he would have some weird little thing under it. Tom Hanks, sad to say, but he's one of them. He is one of them. He is one of them. He is one of them. And I wouldn't doubt if back that movie Big, remember the lady in that movie? And, you remember that movie. And just like Demi Moore with, it's just, it's sickening, is what it is. And a lot of the churches, you guys, especially, a lot of Catholic churches. I know Robert doesn't like hearing this, but Baptist churches too, a lot of Catholic churches. Some people are there for the right reason. Some people are there for really evil, disgusting, wrong reasons. Why do you think we hear so much about children being SA'd as they were growing up in a church? Bye, TWC. Thank you for popping in. Jimmy Kimmel, the crybaby, is back on all stations now. All? I thought he was just allowed on a few. Yeah, I heard he's not on all of them. Mike the Pillow Guy has handshakes real bad due to his prior use. Fake sentence. There's prior use of what? Ow. Okay, now my back's starting to hurt. Hold on, I gotta stretch it out, guys. Oh, ow. Oh, he was a... Didn't Larry Sinclair die? Oh my gosh, Arnold, I just said Larry Sinclair and then you said Sinclair. You're not talking about the same person, right? Larry Sinclair, remember Larry Sinclair, Obama, the whole guy who came out about Obama? I just heard he passed away. Alexi said cocaine, so I thought of Larry Sinclair. I gotta show you these cute little what do they call I got? I got these little coasters, you guys. Okay. I got these coasters. They have so many of them, but these ones are funny. Okay, this one says, I'm sorry that my hair is falling out, you guys. I'm sorry I slapped you. You didn't seem like you would ever stop talking, and I panicked. These are so funny. Adulthood is straight up the worst hood I've ever lived in. You don't have to agree with me. You can be wrong. If my dog thinks you're an asshole, you're an asshole. I like these. There's so many of them. They're so cute. I love them. They're my little coasters. Got my little coasters. If my dog thinks you're an asshole, you're an asshole. So what else is going on, you guys? Anything interesting? What is that? I have to buy a new phone really bad. What is this? Okay. The Democrats want to shut the government down because Trump refuses to pay for trans operations, pay for illegals. Yes, yeah. And then they're trying to blame it on Trump because he's golfing with his daughter, right? So he's golfing with his daughter after he already said no. He's not falling for this bullshit, right? So now they're putting it on him that he's the one that wants to shut the government down because he's not meeting with them. But he already told them no, right? He doesn't need to meet with them. He's not giving them all kinds of money to help illegals anymore. And nor should he. You know how much money has been invested in that? Too much money. Let me see what's going on here now. Hold on.
I'll be right on 1023.
1021
Hey, Scarface. Exactly. 3 dead, 8 injured.
Highway Patrol has got a car at the wildlife boat ramp as we speak. One yellow on board.
So this is the scanner replay from.
Why does this happen one after the other after the other? You think this is Republicans out doing this? I don't think so. Scarface, I'm listening to Agenda Free TV on YouTube. I don't have a scanner. I'm just listening to Agenda Free TV. You could ask him which kind he has. He's playing it on his channel, so I don't know. I don't know how he's listening to it though. So I'll probably have Sosa tomorrow night. And then I gotta work Monday. I don't want to go to Vegas, you guys. I really don't. Is anyone gonna come meet me in Vegas? Anybody? Pharma has paid too much money, too many in Congress. It's disgusting. I mean, the truth is we don't know if it's Republicans out there doing that, Democrats or others, because it's all could be possible. It could. But recently, it hasn't been people that support Trump, I'll tell you that. We never know, though, until we know, right? We don't know until we know. But, and the sad thing is we don't know. Like, we don't know if what we're being told is the truth, ever. We just don't know. And that's what I hate, that all these news stations, all these politicians, they say things, but we can't trust them. And then people wonder why people speculate. People wonder why people go out and try to do their own research and they try to find things out for themselves, because some people think it's important to know if we're being lied to or not. We should be able to trust what we're being told, but no, we don't, we can't. I don't care who you are. If you are celebrating or agree with the fact that Charlie Kirk was assassinated for his beliefs, for his voice, for his opinions, the thing is he cared. That's the thing that's sad, is that's why he was out there, is because he cared. And to have your life taken for that is pure evil. That's all. You have to research them for all grains of truth. Both sides are digitally damaged. We're already in World War III, and it's marching forward. Get prepared while we can. I just saw that Trump's sending U.S. troops to Poland. What the hell? You wish you could? I do too, Lexi. There could be a lot of things behind the curtain that we don't know, which happened all the time. Yes, espionage spy. Arnold says Trump is investigating the escalator stopping and its teleprompter at the UN. Yeah, they're making fun of him about that too. I believe it was on purpose. They all lie. They all tell the truth. It's hard to figure out if people would be fighting each other. It's unfortunate that there's propaganda out there and has been for years, and even our resources make sure who they're yeah, we can't even find out the truth. Well, look at Charlie. Recently, he changed his opinion on Israel and started to wake up and criticize them about a lot of atrocity things. Then this happens, makes you wonder. Sadly, AI is already taken over. It is, Lexi. And Robert, see what Scarface just said about, why I've mentioned Israel being behind it, is because that's when it happened, after he started speaking out, about that and giving his opinion about that. And all of a sudden, then, he's silenced. So, I don't know. Yeah, they don't tell you all the information over there. Do you have 800 generals meeting? Apparently something's going on. Has to be said in person. Right, and supposedly it's only supposed to be like a half an hour meeting. Hey, Wes. So you guys who have just come in recently, I'm just going to bring this up again. If you could please pray for my mom. She's in the hospital. It doesn't look good. She's got a mass in her abdomen that's pressing on the tubes that are draining her kidneys. So I don't know. They're supposedly possibly going to have to do surgery, but she's 84 years old, and I don't think that would go over too well. So I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know. She's on a strictly liquid diet right now. So if you pray, I would appreciate your prayers or some positive thoughts. Crockett AOC, Hakeem Omar, the Muslim official, and talking this rhetoric that creates these shootings. I hope they lose every election. Their secret codes, background talking codes may have been cracked. That's why in-person meeting with every single judge. Oh. Robert, why do you think they're meeting in person? We don't have 800 generals, lol. I tell you, before October 7th, I knew little about Israel, etc. I was a clean slate, and what I've researched, lots I found on Israeli, they have been doing terrorism for decades to the Palestinians. Why would they be meeting? Yeah, that's a good question. It's got to be something big, because supposedly this has never been done in history. So, oh no, I'm sorry to hear about your mom. Thank you, Scarface. No, she doesn't drink anymore. Hard to be in the hospital when you drink. Remember I told you guys she's been sober for, gosh, 30 years now? Why are all these generals in the United States meeting like this and they're announcing it's very trippy? Yeah. And why would they just not announce it, you know? I don't know. It's kind of scary. Especially when this has never been done before. I don't know. Anybody else have any opinions on it? Anybody have any opinions on why it's happening? Recovering from having back surgery last Wednesday, life too short to sweat the irrelevant. Well, I hope you heal swiftly, Wes. Why are they all these United States meeting like this, and why are they announcing it? Alabama beat Georgia 24-21 tonight. Well, if that's who you were voting for, I'm happy for you. Wes says, that big D from Canada? All I know is good to get some emergency things in place. Water, dry food, medication, and protection just in case things go crazy, and it possibly looking like it just might. And they are making this steroid thing into a really dangerous thing for our world. It's all fear. This shooter had nothing to do with Israel. He was a guy with a trans lover and didn't like that Charlie was talking about trans shooters. No, I'm talking about, Robert, why do you think they're having this meeting? Doctors prescribe regular prescription of big boobs. Big boobs. Asteroid. I was like, steroid? Okay, what's that? What did they say? Don't say anything about an asteroid. Oh my gosh. I don't want to know that. Ugh. I remember when I had my son. He was my first child. And, you know, all the movies were out, you know, Armageddon and all that. And I would cry and cry and cry. I was terrified that was going to happen at that time. I remember that. We don't know if you had nothing to do with Israel. Why did the first old man they caught, who was Jewish guy, say he did it like it was a distraction? We don't know. It could have been Mossad behind it. Who knows? Typos. If they meet in person, nobody can say they used phones that were not secure. That's true, but why do you think they're meeting is what I mean. It's a little scary, I have to say. A great documentary to watch is Israel is very educational. That's right. I remember you saying that before, hun. I forgot to write it down, but yes, I remember you talking about that. How far is my mom? To go see her? Oh, about an hour and a half. She doesn't live an hour and a half from me, but it's an hour and a half to where she is now. I need to go see her, but hour and a half, 2 hours, depending on traffic. Ow. Between the Middle East, Eastern Europe, North, South Korea, trying to go into Taiwan, American, now in Venezuela, the world is on fire. What the hell? You do know they meet all the time in the Pentagon. Probably going to tell them to get with the program. Well, they were saying that this is the first time this has been done in history. That's what. Lots of love to your mom and you. Thank you. Thank you. Well, you know, here's the thing. Here's the bottom line. There's nothing we can do about whatever happens. We can pray. We can try to be living right, you know, be with our loved ones, and, you know, just try not to. What the difference between military always meeting and the Pentagon or whatever it is, we are engaged in war through proxy in Europe and Middle East. ICE makes shocking arrest of school superintendent. ICE makes shocking arrest of school superintendent. Some of these professors in these schools, what can you do? We can live our lives every day, right here, right now. Still stay informed with what's going on and prepare if we want. And I guess we'll see what happens. I mean, that's all we can do. I can sit here and worry myself sick, which I'm really good at. I'm really good at that, you guys. Worrying. But thank you so much, Lexi. Yeah, we can worry, but you know, that's something I'm very good at, is worrying about things that I have zero control over, you know. You choose not to worry. Really, Robert? That's cool. Oh, his visa was out. You should, where I work, one of the properties, I had a meeting with one of the residents the other day, and he was saying that he couldn't get help because he has an ITN number, not a social security number. So they're allowed help in certain things, but not other things. I know that their rent, though, is very, very low. But he was blaming it all on Trump. Thank you, Lexi. Thank you so much. No, it's because they're coming from, I guess, Robert, it's about it's about the number of them that are meeting. It's not, let me play it. Hold on. Hold on. I'll play it for you. I'm not good at remembering everything word for word, so hold on. These are so good. I like sour. Okay, hold on. Hold on. History. Yeah. Let me see if I can find it. Damn it. Where'd it go? I can't find it. Is this it?
Haven't lowered any of their language. What they've done is they've defined it, identified it, so they've made it okay for these hooligans. They're so share with you. Wait till you hear about this individual who was an full of all time, Ashley Merchant, who's been on travel records, Holly weirdos, and now you're seeing the architect of that, right? He's a pro-life advocate who was mere same cash money
significant injury, trauma, and resulting in over $3,000 in medical bills. Over the next few weeks, the Office of the New York District Attorney, Alvin Bragg, infamous for its two-tiered system of justice. It is inconceivable one on either side of the aisle should experience physical
aliens in lieu of hardworking American citizens who are law-abiding, who are simply trying to earn their keep the right way, meritocracy, not woke DEI ideologies, not equal outcomes.
Des Moines, Iowa. Yep.
This is one of the most important video, 2025, an Rushy area, 200 yards away, grew up in. When are we going to finally live in a common sense America so that our language on the bullet, September 27th,
here it is.
Full breakdown. So President Trump has ordered Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth to deploy U.S. troops to Portland, Oregon, and immigration and customs enforcement facilities across the nation in response to attacks by Antifa and other groups. The directive issued on September 27th, 2025 authorizes the use of full force if necessary, and this is coming off the heels of the September 24th tragic shooting. I mean, the ironic thing was this mook who put anti-ICE defamatory language on the bullet casings didn't hit a single ICE agent, but actually hit and harmed mortally actual detainees. The Democrats, not only are they hurting, attacking, violently, pathetically, despicably going after law enforcement officials, but they're actually hurting the people they purport to protect. It's nuts. It's absolute freaking NVT nuts. That shooting at a Dallas ICE office resulted in one death
and 2 injuries. And I'm going to share with you what Pam Bondi just said in a brand new video that was posted in a very powerful way. But really quickly, this is what Trump said. Trump said, at the request of Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem, I'm directing Secretary of War Pete Hegseth to provide all necessary troops, I highlighted this portion, to protect war-ravaged Portland and any of our ICE facilities under siege from attack by Antifa and other domestic terrorists. I'm also authorizing full force if necessary. Thank you for your attention to this matter. God bless you, President Trump. It is about time. Long overdue. We've really hit a tragic low point in America when the executive branch of the government, the President of the United States, who should be handling international and federal affairs, has to do the job of incompetent, criminal supporting, thug supporting, illegal defending Democrats whose cities are literally being thrown into the sewer.
That's ours.
Crime is up in all of these major Democrat cities. People can't walk the streets safely. Have you seen the smiles on Washington, D.C. residents? For the first time in decades, they've been able to go out to restaurants they always wanted to take their family to. They've been able to walk the streets, go to the national monuments without fear of having their head on a swivel looking over their shoulder every 2 seconds because some nut job is going to...
I agree. I agree. No, this was interesting. This one I listened to. This one was interesting.
More concerned with power and preserving that power and an agenda than they were.
Hold on. Why won't it let me go
really
back?
Caring about
Ability to wield power was coming to an end if, in fact, President Biden had remained the nominee of the Democratic Party and then ran against and lost to President Trump.
Yep,
These
Robert,
folks
that's
would be
what you
out of
just
luck
said.
And out of power. So they decided to act under that circumstance.
Senator, you look at a lot of these decisions, and it was pretty clear that there was a handful of folks at the top of the Biden administration and Biden White House that had been around him for decades, where all of that information funneled. So I mentioned before, there are approximately 25 senior White House staffers that have the rank of assistant to the president. Those are the highest.
You know
White
how
House
many
staffers.
people are
I would
working?
bet that only a handful of them ever interacted with President Biden on a daily basis. The rest of them had their communications funneled through other people. If the press secretary, the communications director, whose job it is to speak on behalf of the principal in lieu of them being able to talk or communicate, don't have access to those
Me
individuals
too.
at the senior most level.
Scarface,
Then
me
what good are
too.
And I would
I'm
argue
getting
that
old,
while
man.
many times we heard people in the
Yes,
press
I'm wearing
and
white
on the left
socks.
accuse the Trump White House of quote unquote lying. For them to go out there and talk about the president's stance on issues, what President Biden thought, or
And how dare
didn't think on
Trump
personnel
want
issue,
us to
policy
keep
issue,
our
when in
money?
fact they had never spoken to him.
Bad
Is
man.
in fact the epitome of lying.
One of the most consequential actions or inactions of the Biden presidency during 4 years was his failures to secure our southern border and to deal with illegal immigration. I have in my hand examples of the Biden immigration proclamations and executive orders, and there are a lot of them, as you know. They also include things like granting temporary protected status.
So they were saying, too, on this, that all of the executive orders that were signed by an auto pen, because Joe Biden did not approve it or didn't sign it himself, one or the other, both really, that they don't withstand then. So what does that mean? Think about that. What does that mean? Looking pretty as usual. Thank you. Congress has approved 650 million more for Israel. Guess where that comes out of? Oh my gosh. Still running his mouth. Soros is under investigation. I'm sure he's. Oh, absolutely, Arnold. He is, because he's the one who funds all the buses and all that picks up these punks and takes them out to riot. We've seen articles, ads in the paper looking for actors, it. And think about all these kids in that generation that don't want to work. They think, oh, and they're angry and they're pissed off, and they go to maybe colleges or high schools or whatever where certain politics are being pushed on them, and which allows them to show their anger and be angry. And oh, you want some money to go be angry and hateful and violent? Here you go. Meet up here. You'll be bussed out here. You'll get paid. I mean, of course they do it. And I'm sick of these teachers being able to abuse their positions and push their political views on the students. Because guess what? If you're a student who's maybe a conservative, a Republican, whatever, you can't openly share that. But if you're a Democrat, you can. So how do you think that makes the conservative feel when they might want to get in the discussion? They might want to, share why they feel the way they do. And they're just going to be bashed, and people can be violent against them. They totally will push them out. No, that's messed up. And why is all the freaking shit all around the schools? So if you're a heterosexual, they don't sit there and put up posters and, flags and everything for a person who's a heterosexual. Why do schools have to be that place where it's advertised all over, about abortion, transgenderism, being a liberal? It's all over the place. Why do they have to put it in the schools? Just leave it out of the schools. Ugh. I know, Robert, and that's the thing people don't seem to get. People think that Trump can just, because I was listening to this, and they're like, well, just release the files. It's not, Trump doesn't make the decision for everything.
Of the White House press office publicly, they failed to cover the stories. I don't think that there's a winner. I think they're all losers.
Thank you. And then we'll sort of wrap up here with Professor Harrison and Mr. Wolf. So moving forward,
I don't think he will.
Possibly amending the Constitution,
Arnold,
or
no.
Further exploring whether incapacitation is an impeachable.
You know who the biggest donations to college and universities come from?
In your experience, what other things moving forward could be done to make sure that this scenario that we saw play out over the last 4 years never happens again?
Senator, I think the most important thing that can be done is something you're doing right now, which is draw public attention to this problem, and so give presidents an incentive to take steps that will reassure the people that they are sound and able to perform their functions.
Mr. Wall.
I would agree with the professor and just add that there should be some accountability for the staffers and the officers of the United States
Really?
who acted to conceal and
Accountability?
cover up
What's that?
the president's incapacity from the American people.
What's
One
accountability,
other
you
issue
guys?
that's tied up in sort of this bundle of incapacity, impeachment is also succession, and that's something so many have written about extensively over the years. We are very blessed that we have never had a double vacancy with the president and the vice president, either because of terror attack or misconduct. That's something that legal scholars have said for many decades, that Congress really has to work on that. And I would add, yes, in fact, that's something you all should take up with some seriousness.
May I say spontaneously, yes, please?
Okay. Well, I want to thank the witnesses for your testimony here today. Written questions for them may be submitted for the record until June 26th at 5 p.m. And with that, this hearing is adjourned. Thank you.
Good morning.
Okay,
I'd
this,
like to welcome everyone to this judiciary hearing. We have multiple member statements today, so without objection, I'll introduce my longer
Exactly.
statement into the hearing record. Today's hearing is about competency, corruption, and cover-up within the Biden administration. Simply put, the last administration was rudderless. From one crisis to another, the Biden administration failed and faltered. The partisan media did their best to cover up those failures. Having discussed these issues with my colleagues, Senator Cornyn and Schmidt, who requested to lead this hearing, all of us agreed that.
okay. Anyways. Is your mom out in your state? She is. She's in my state, Scarface. Oh, absolutely, Arnold. But here's the thing, you guys are gonna think I'm crazy, but listen, to me that doesn't look like Biden. It doesn't. That does not look like Biden. And if you just look up the masks that people wear or the masks that they can make, they've made masks that looks exactly like somebody else. And all they have to do is put it on and put a suit on, and they, from a distance, they can look like that. Hold on. Let me do. What do you call? What do I call that? Hold on a second. What was that called? It's a show, right? It's a show. Scarface. Hold on a sec. Okay, here they are. Here's some silicone masks. It's crazy. Okay. Hold on.
In the Mission Impossible movies, the agents wear realistic face masks as disguises to trick their enemies. In real life, mask technology has advanced so much that those made-up storylines aren't so impossible to imagine anymore. Joining us now with more is Rob Jenkins. He's a psychologist and researcher at the University of York in England. Okay, I know I'm supposed to be talking to Rob, but you look like Walter White.
Let me see if I can do this.
I'm in here somewhere, but, I'm getting too old for this kind of thing.
Look at this. Come on.
Here we go.
That's just, I'm just floored by how realistic it looked. That's incredible.
Yeah, well, we've kept finding that in line.
This company, Real Flesh Masks, and they're designed, as you said, to imitate real human faces, and they really do. They look remarkably real. So what we have got a picture of an actual human face, And here is one of a realistic mask. So, as you said, you did this research, and you asked participants to choose between the masks and the wearing of the faces. I guess, were you surprised by what you discovered?
We were surprised because some people are skeptical and tend to be overconfident, saying, oh, well, I'm fully aware that they don't know what the robber looks like. But if someone robs a bank wearing a mask that passes for human, then they might think they know what the robber looks like, but be very much mistaken. And that can lead the investigation down the wrong path if they're looking for someone of the wrong age or the wrong race or the wrong gender. And that's not just hypothetical. We're aware of about 40 cases worldwide where something like that has happened.
Yeah, Rob, we were just watching some video of someone wearing one of those masks and then removing it. You're absolutely right. That could send police and law enforcement down a completely wrong path if they think that what they're looking at is an actual human face. Rob Jenkins, thank you so much for joining us. And thank you, by the way, to Ian Marier, owner of Real Flesh Masks, for the use of his...
After arrest and before trial comes jail. All suspects are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law.
In the Mission Impossible movies, the agents wear realistic face masks.
Crazy. There was one, though, that was like, it showed where this woman brought them to the White House one time and showed how she can look just like.
ये जो चीज मेरे हाथ में आप देख रहे हो ये किसी का भी चेहरा चेंज कर सकता है कोई भी अपना कैरेक्टर चेंज कर सकता है
This company specializes in creating highly realistic. This is a mask, you guys. Look at this one. Hold on 1 second. That looks like Joe Biden used to, but that's a mask. How crazy is that?
Face masks that are almost indiscernible from real life. As you can see, the Joe Biden face mask looks identical to him in real life and costs a whopping $1,000. The company behind these masks really wanted to show that these masks work, so they had one of their employees try on one of their masks and go grocery shopping. As you can see, the man looks a bit suspicious, but not that he's wearing a mask. After getting his groceries, he even goes to the cash register with the mask on and no one bats an eye. Are you buying one? This company specializes in creating highly realistic...
That's crazy. Oh, shut up. You're gonna get me in trouble. Hold on. We're going down a rabbit hole, guys. I want to find that one where she brought it into the White House. You know what? I'm going to type it in. Hold on. Mask. Sorry, guys. I cannot type today. Okay, hold on. Hold on.
We're gonna.
I can't find it. Hold on. Human, Matt. Let me see. Human. Here it is. Found it. Former CIA disguised chief wears mask while briefing George H.W. Bush. Then reveals true identity. Yeah, they've been around for a long time. Yep. Okay, here, I'll show you this one, you guys. Hold on a sec. Let me turn this around real quick. Hold on.
Let's type in Bush and then go to images. Yeah, right there. And then go to images. She's standing next to Bush, hanging on, holding a mask. Right there. Okay, zoom in a little bit on that picture. That's her showing the entire time she's talking to Bush, she had a mask on and Bush didn't recognize her. Holy crap. Until she took it off. And she says, no, that wasn't me. That was the mask we made. Let's type in Bush and then go to images. Yeah, right there. And then go to
Isn't
images.
that crazy?
She's standing next to Bush, hanging on, holding a mask. Right there. Okay, zoom in a little bit on that picture. That's her showing the entire time she's talking to Bush, she had a mask
Well,
on.
there was one that showed her actually showing Bush the mask. That one. I don't see it. Is it this one?
It could keep you safe. It could keep you from getting shot. It could keep you alive. A mask could. People are amazed that there was a job title called Chief of Disguise. And most women I know wish they'd had that job. Sounded like fun. Actually, it was fun. I don't think another intelligence agency in the world devoted the time and the budget to disguise like we do. Disguise became a form of body armor. In the Spy Museum, we call the mask a 5-second mask. They proved invaluable. You could change your ethnicity. You could change your gender. You could change your nationality. And if you needed to, you could actually become another person. When I was chief of disguise, we had already begun using Hollywood stunt double masks. That was a technology that came straight out of LA. We worked with a man named John Chambers, who had done all the makeup for Planet of the Apes.
He has a definite gift for mimicry.
They could spend 5.
Oh my goodness. Well, they don't show any good ones, so forget it. They don't show no good ones, so. But anyways, there's a video where that woman goes into the White House and shows President Bush that the mask. She holds it up. She has it on. But my brother just messaged me. Hold on. So I guess that means no. Wait, what are you talking about? That means no. No, I wasn't saying no. I didn't say I wouldn't go. Oh my gosh. Okay. I have to get off work. I have to see if I can get off work. Ow, 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 ow. Ow, ow. Unfortunately, my job is unfortunately I have deadlines and everything with my job, so I have things that I have to get done by a certain day. Shit. Yeah, I don't know how many things that have to be done by the 1st. By the 1st. No later. I always sleep with my little heating pad right here. Okay, guys, I gotta go. I gotta lay down. I cannot wait till my fall shows come back out, you guys, like Law and Order, SVU, Chicago PD. I miss all of those shows. I cannot wait for them to come. Good night, Arnold. Good night, you guys. It's been nice chatting with you all. I'll keep you posted on how my mom's doing. I appreciate your prayers. And I hope she's going to be okay. Thank you, Donna. How are you doing, sweetie? Sorry, my mind's just been all over the place. I don't know. I'm exhausted, and I've been going, taking care of Sosa, taking Sosa to the vets constantly, working more than full time. I'm trying to be there for my daughter, for my son, for my job, and I'm just beat. I'm beat. I've had no time to rest at all. You're okay, honey? You're in my prayers too. But thank you guys. I appreciate you all. I will see you. I don't know, maybe I'll come on tomorrow. We can have a little what's it called? What do I call it? A devotional time. Good night, Robert. Love you, honey. I lost my sister-in-law in Germany 2 weeks ago. So, Arnold, I'm sorry for your loss. I'm sorry for anybody who's lost a loved one. I'm sorry. It's scary. It really is. Donna, maybe I'll come on tomorrow and I'll do my facial routine. I need to wash my face tonight. Ugh. Yeah, let's do a devotional tomorrow, you guys. That'll be fun. I need a nice neck rub, I'll tell you that. I'm sure there's a couple people that would volunteer, but I'm not that desperate. I'm just kidding. Candle lighting. Okay. God bless you guys. Sweet dreams. Sleep with the angels, and I will see you soon. I'll try to come on tomorrow, okay? Love you guys. Bye.